Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Cubby also says hi, and don't you worry, he's being well fed. We are going to start today's episode by doing a bit of adventuring. You know, we want to try and find the Stargate. But this is not just any Stargate, this is a buried Stargate. And you can actually find it using your structure compass. So, first things first, I have geared up. Mecha suit is just easier for everything that we want to do. Secondly, you don't really have to do it like this, you would be able to find Stargates on the surface, and if you know the code, you can just teleport. But I personally want to do this properly, so we're going to try and find the cartouche. It's somewhere around here. Anyways, I think the code for Abydos is already on their Discord. Oh, I found it. Oh, that was the cartouche. This is a Milky Way Stargate and, well, it should take us to Abydos. And here is the cartouche. Don't you worry, you don't actually have to read the symbols, you just have to right click. That's what you have to dial. The Stargates that we found on the surface, they already had a DHD, but since we don't have it, we have to use this one. And since I have already tested this and died, let's not stand near the event horizon. So 26, 6, 14, 31, 11 and 29. Dial. Okay, it worked. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall go to Abydos. Hello, that was fast. Well, this is Abydos, but I was hoping that according to the TV series, we're going to spawn in a pyramid like that one. They have fire pits. Interesting. So over here, we're looking for a few things. One of them is a dungeon loot, which I think we have to use the rings. This is so cool. Oh, hi. Maybe we can use that as an elevator. But this is the thing that we're looking for. The golden idol. We're done. And Jaffa chestplates. Do you have the helmet? More naquada. And more naquada. In the pyramid, we're done, but underground, we're looking for this. Naquada. Doesn't seem to be very affected by fortune. Also, we can bring the digital miner, but I don't think we also need that much. Oops. Just to correct myself, Naquada is not very rare, and yeah, it's affected by fortune, because I didn't mind that much. But whenever you're mining Naquada, there's also a chance of getting the pure version, which is used in making the hand device. I can finally interrogate villagers. But I just came to the pyramid because I wanted this, the transport ring. I think we should be able to break it. You can't really craft it, that is the problem. Another thing is that I do have a feeling that Stargates are going to be expensive, so we take you. And the DHD, it's free. Why not? We just go home. The idol that we just got is going to be used in making something called an archaeology table. That is a profession for a villager. He should convert, yes. And he's going to sell us maps. Also, I have read on the wiki that this table should be near a Stargate. Otherwise, he cannot give us the coordinates. Another thing is that you should remember, I'm a very lazy person. So we're going to educate the villager. I picked him up. Get educated. Get more educated. A bit more? Aha! Map to the Ring of Gods. The Ring of the Gods is on top of that mountain, which I have already broke. As a person who always says, don't update the pack, I updated the pack. And I think that was a horrifying decision. I was trying to play around a little bit with computer craft and trying to dial addresses for the Stargates. And then I realized, oh, there's a new version of Stargate. Let's update it. So I had to update the pack and, well, the Stargates are no longer useful. Because these ones don't have an address. If I want a Stargate which functions, I have to craft my own, which is a brand new rabbit hole. Also, FPS seems to have dropped a bit. Never update. I reverted back the version, I had to load a backup, and it seems we're good. The only problem is that I cannot really dial a Stargate using computer craft, which is fine. We just want the one gate for the reactor. We will do that. But since I got a ton of PTSD from Stargate, let us move on to something very important. Botania. We need to start automating everything. Technically speaking, we don't need to do any Botania, but I want to use some of the gizmos in order to automate other stuff. And if you guys remember, last episode I copied a structure that we had on Trifecta, and this is going to be our Botania setup. I mean, it's big enough, so who cares? Okay, I went up ahead and set up our Botania systems around here, and we do have a few automations. The first one is going to be living rock and living wood, which I'm just using deconstructors and constructors from refined storage. It doesn't really have a pattern for it, it continuously crafts it because, well, we don't have a shortage of stone, we don't have a shortage of oak. I have also transferred our Elven portal, we are going to have 3 more of them, don't you worry. We also have Kekamorises, and we also have our runic altar. The automation. It shouldn't work, but for some reason it does. Also, this is not a very fancy automation, I just wanted to get some runes because every time that I want to craft something, there is a rune and I'm like, I'm lazy to do it. Basically, whenever you want to craft something using the runic altar, you just need to drop the items on top of it. If you want to automate it, you can do that using an open crate. The crafters don't really work with open crates, so I do have a barrel, a hopper, and everything goes inside the open crate. Once the crafting is done, you also need to use your wand of the forest in order to finish the rune, correct? For that, I have a dispenser with a purple wand of the forest and a hovering hourglass. That works every 15 seconds. Also, if you take a look at every single recipe for the runes, I added one living rock to it. The crafter is also set on redstone pulse, inserts the next set. The way that I'm giving it the signal is that whenever the runic altar is crafting something, it emits a redstone signal which you can read using a comparator. That signal goes to a link and goes to the crafter. Oh, and by the way, there's also a vacuumulator down here so that it will collect the runes. It does have a filter here. You might notice that the open crate sits exactly on top of the runic altar. That's because we don't want a vacuumulator to interfere with everything. You know, at least for the composite runes, the runes that require other runes. How did you get in here? Jerk. Anyways, the system shouldn't really work, but for some reason it does. I just had to go to the base because I have been ordering stuff and some of the stuff were clogged up. But let's try this again. 10 runes of fire. The next set starts automatically, and yes, you might notice 2 living rocks, that's because I forgot to pick up the last one. But when the crafting is finished, we're good. I just have to remove the final one when it's done. Just to make sure that everything is fine, here is also the rune of autumn. I ordered 4, I think. Well, this one is done. I just got a blood moon and I wanted to show you something. This is more than 150 blocks away, correct? And when you go back, all the mobs are there. Nothing despawns. I don't really know what's wrong, but that is a huge problem. I don't know if it's a thing in my version or not, but this is why I don't get hostile mobs. Ever. I get them very rarely. Because you're outside exploring, there's a blood moon, you get like 200 creatures and well, the mob cap should be full. Although after around 5 minutes, they would despawn. If you're there. If you're not there, they're going to remain there. Anyways, getting back to the runic altar, well, I have made a few changes. The vacuumulator is first off down here. And if I'm not wrong, I have solved the problem. So let us order like 4 runes of summer. That is the first set. It's working. Please insert the next set. Please, please. Yeah, it did. Cool. Now I'm happy. The vacuumulator does have a few radial enhancement upgrades, so it should cover this area unless I pick it up, but there could be a chance that we're not covering the entire place. And also that. Well, that has an easy fix, we just cover it. Yeah, the crafting has been done. We have 7 runes of summer. The system does work, but I do have a few problems with the vacuumulator because the range is not great. But for the moment and for my needs, that's perfect. But we are going to use Botania for automating the ritual of the forest for the environmental eye, and I haven't tried this yet, so let's see if it actually works. We're going to use the Corporea network from Botania, and we will put 1 Corporea funnel on top of each wooden stand. Each one of the funnels is going to receive a Corporea spark, like so. This is an inventory and item sorting system using Botania, and we're just going to use it. The way that they connect is not through wires, it's through the spark. They do require a controller, and the way that the controller works is that you just need to have 1 inventory and put a master Corporea spark on top. You see? It's there. You also can't put anything inside this inventory, it's not going to be read. If you want, you need to have 1 more inventory with a normal Corporea spark on top. For example, in this netherite barrel, we do have spider eyes. If I attach an item frame to the Corporea funnel, that's how we would filter it, and put a spider eye, give it a redstone signal, the spider eye will be extracted from the barrel, and you can barely see it, it's on top of the stand. Another blood moon, it's been the 4th time today. Oh, and by the way, today in real life is when I started working on the Botania area. Okay, one of the things that I forgot is that this recipe only requires 4 ingredients, so we shall have 4 funnels. I have filtered every single item using an item frame, and I have also hooked up the funnels using a redstone link from Create. If we have a button over here, every pedestal should get something. You got the leaf, you got the gold, leaf, and spider eye. Perfect. Now the next thing that we need to take care of is the golden dust, and that is the outline for it. You know, the glowing moss from Biomes of Plenty. For this purpose, I do have a Ronan Corpus, but we want to be able to hide it a bit. The Ronan Corpus is a block placer from Botania, and the way that it works is that depending on what kind of block you place it on, for example here moss, and you drop an item near it, it's going to place down that block on top of moss. You see, that was moss. So if I put it on mud, it should place it on mud. Randomly, obviously. So down here we should be able to have our moss, Ronan Corpus on top, 1 more funnel, the stupid spark, and of course most importantly the item frame with some golden dust. gold powder. You see the blood moons. It's stupid. Anywho, now that that one has been set, how many gold powder do we need? It seems 16. So if you just have a normal item frame and you don't rotate the item in it, the funnel is just going to drop one item. But if you turn it, we can get 16. We need to turn it 4 times. That is 4 times. Let's give that one a link as well. Remove all the garbage and see if it actually works. Did you get your dust? Oh, you're planting it. Lovely. And it was exactly 16. Perfect. Good job, boy. So now we need to somehow plant the oak and bone meal it. You know, so that the stupid ritual actually works. That takes time. Okay. Thank you. I'm also not sure if it's consuming the aura. What did I do? No. Give me the eye. Yes. Well, let's craft a few and see if the aura drops. Let's try to also automate the bone meal thingy. So can you bone meal from the bottom? No. From the side? No. I didn't want janky redstone. Is the problem. Well, since I can't bone meal it from the bottom, maybe this is what we should be able to do. I do have an extra run on Carpus on coarse dirt, so he's going to plant the oak sapling exactly in the center. Then we have 2 agri-carnations for the moment, who are going to accelerate the growth of plants. They do require mana, and since mana is going to increase the range of the run on Carpus by a lot, I removed all the coarse dirt. You can also convert it into a petit, but who cares. So, let's see how it works. We're getting the gold. I have no idea what happened to the oak. Oh, I do have an idea what happened to the oak. I forgot the spark. I'll give you 1 oak. So is it gonna grow or do we need more agri-carnations? They're not linked to a mana pool. I placed a mana pool after I placed these guys, so that could be one of the problems. Yeah, now we're getting particles. So now you should grow a bit faster, please. I'm not really in a hurry, we can just put it on a timer. We also don't really want it to grow that fast, because we also need to give enough time to these agri-carnations so that it will have time to place down these gold powders. It's 16 of them and they're very slow. Maybe I should get more agri-carnations. I'll be right back. So fun fact of the day, if you use lily pads of fertility or agri-carnations, then the ritual is not going to recognize that the tree has grown. So that's weird. Well, that is perfectly fine. We will have a hopper hawk on top of a dimensional chest, and I will do this manually. We needed like 40, you don't even need automation. Yeah, exactly. I just have to press the button from time to time. I didn't even bone meal that one. Just to clarify, we don't really have to do it like this. You can just put a dispenser with some bone meal and it will be automatic. But this is the maximum amount of janky wiring that I can have. Also, I kind of enjoy how it works. It's fun. It's just that we are running out of gold powder and thankfully you're good. I can take you. I think for what we want to do with the supplies that we had, this should be more than enough. I'm not exactly sure if we're using aura in the chunk, but we can do something about it just in case. We have 450 roses of the oblivion. I'm assuming the way that it works is that we just need to have an end stone, place down the rose of the oblivion, and drop an ender eye. That should increase the aura. Yes, it's going up. Okay. I don't care anymore. I think it will be consumed and just give us a dead bush or something. Come on, die. Thank you. Wait a minute. What happened? I think I bone mealed it by accident. Yeah, that's probably what I did. We're doing all of this in order to get 18 more shards of the oblivion, and you might notice that we have 35 environmental eye. So this is probably the final one. And we can move along. After this one finishes, it's not chunk loaded. Yep. Now we can go. The part of it where it's not going to be really fun is actually going to be the Eternal Stella. Alright guys, it has been a while later and I have been busy. Unfortunately, I cannot automate the Eternal Stella. At least I cannot automate the forge. The pedestal is for some reason not an inventory. I can't put anything in it. I tried to use Corporea, I tried to use modular routers, but it doesn't really work. A few episodes ago in the comment section, somebody suggested that maybe I should go with the Stellarite bee. The problem with that stupid bee is that you can't really breed it, you have to get the spawn egg. You know, this one has the recipe, and for that you're going to need a diamond bee spawn egg. So I do have a breeding chamber, which I'm breeding lapis bee with the ender bee, and I'm getting diamonds. You just put a cage inside and you will get your bee. Then I put them inside the incubation chamber, and with some honey treats, well, they get converted into adults. Obviously, I squeeze them a bit. I put them inside the centrifuge, and voila, I get the gene sample. If you mix them together, that should give you a higher percentage, yeah. And after it reaches 100%, we should be able to get the spawn egg. And make sure that it's empty. Wait, I mixed the wrong ones. That was productivity. Yes, 55% diamond bee. much better. Also, you might notice that I'm wearing a very fancy helmet. So in a few episodes ago, I also asked which bee gives you the highest production, and that is called kamikaze bee. Apparently, the way that you get it, I do have a lot of vindicator spawn eggs, and when he attacks you, bees are going to spawn from the helmet and they're going to attack the enemy and die. Problem is catching them. Okay, you have to kill the enemy first, then you have to catch this tiny dude. Okay, I got him. So far I have like 3 or 4 of them, which is not great, but I think I got it. You need to kill the guy who attacks you after you get the bee. Yeah, I killed the bee. It's really hard to see them. Ah, yeah. Wait, this tiny bee is an adult? So, oops, he ran away. Maybe we shouldn't have holes. Okay, finally. But yeah, we are getting high productivity. Okay, this is gonna be a grind. Well, I think the problem of keeping a bee inside can be solved by using a fan. You know, from Create. I tried to use the other fan, but that one only pushes you. This one can also pull you, which is great. Let's give it a test. So, this is a kamikaze bee. You should not be able to move. Yep. And we can squish you. Nope. I forgot the bottles. So, the bee, the button. We're good. And for solving the problem of not me being sucked in, I think no, we can't do that. So I can assure you, this is not actually something truly amazing, but yeah, finally we have 3 gene samples for diamond bees and 3 gene samples for very high productivity. And a bit of very high productivity left, which we will put in the system. Stop sucking me in. So in order to get a spawn egg for the diamond bee, which is something that we need to mix the gene samples with some honey treats. That doesn't stack. Amazing. We put it inside together with an egg and we should get a diamond bee spawn egg. Oh yeah, finally. I'm not really sure, but let's get 2 of them. If you look at the recipe of the eternal Stella from the bees, well, you don't actually get it from the comb, the bee drops it, and there's a 1% chance. I'm assuming with their very high productivity, it should be good enough. 2 of them. So what kind of a stupid flower do you use? Okay, that's fine. If that is the case, let me gather some blood. I'll meet you at the forge. I got 3 buckets of blood, which should be plenty. We have to remove the obelisks. Hello, boys. How are you today? Don't attack me. This recipe does require 7 pedestals, so yeah, this is why I had to remove the obelisks. So it's 3 experience orbs and 4 Stella, right? Yes. We shall smack you with a hammer and we should get a egg? Yes. Finally, let's get both of them. I'm not really sure if we have to do this next to Cubby. I hope he doesn't get mad. Okay, we have the bee. For productivity, I think we have to do the same thing. Mix the gene with some honey treats. Yeah, let us see if it actually works. Eat it. Yes, very high productivity. Okay, this could be problematic. Because yeah, high productivity means that you get a lot of honeycombs. But yeah, no eternal Stella. It's a bit of a pickle, don't you agree? Yeah, because the honeycomb itself is actually quite garbage. We don't need these. Maybe I need more bees. You stay here. It's dangerous. There is only 1% chance of getting eternal Stella. We don't care about the honeycombs. So I guess having more bees is going to help a lot. And that actually makes it easier because the only thing that I have to do is to smash some diamond bees. We don't really need the kamikaze bee. This is more than enough. It's just that this is a bit of a tedious process. This is the result of 3 diamond bees. Also, the breeder is very slow. Okay, now I have to start nagging. Why is it getting worse? 4 bees gave me 84%. No, you're just being a jerk. Okay. Be a jerk. Yeah, you see, sometimes it's being a jerk, sometimes it's not. This is the result of 2 bees and it's almost 60%. Also, I think I need to start automating this because otherwise this can take ages. I mean, this is going to take ages, so maybe that's why we should automate it. It's neither an amazing automation, neither it looks amazing, but, well, it's a bit automated. I do buy the casings from villagers, so we don't have any shortage of them because you get like 4 stacks every time. We are feeding it to a breeder with some roses and we get diamond bees who are children. Then we pump them into an incubator and using some honey treats that I have inside another drawer, we're just making them into adults and they go into the barrel. And yeah, you might notice that some of them stack, some of them don't because they have different attributes. Oh, and the best part is you can cover the fan using a trapdoor. That makes my job, I throw something which I don't know what it was. That's actually never a good thing. Anyways, that's going to make my job a bit easier because all I have to do is to just gather the bees from here, spam them in front of the piston, maybe not too many, and voila. Yeah, this is fun. Then the only thing I have to do is to put them inside the centrifuge. You know, there's a hopper, the genes go inside another barrel. Also, the trapdoor really bothered me. These are copycat panels now. And I don't know, maybe a painting? These are garbage. Just a 3x3. Thank you. So a bit of a problem. Whenever I'm recycling bees, I get a ton of genes. And yes, we are going to use this system for extra bees that we might need, but this is the problem. First off, you get the sample. You might notice that when I'm centrifuging them, where's the other sample? Okay, I get so many genes that I don't really need. For now, I'm interested in the diamond one. So my idea was that we just remove the ones that we want and, you know, have a smart shoot and drop everything into lava. And don't you worry, it's way down. So the lever over here doesn't look amazing, so maybe we should have a redstone link, you know, basically to flush the loo. Yeah, this looks more neat. Also, I thought maybe we should have a few bees just for display. Apparently the way that you put them inside is that you need a jar. And then you just drop the cage? Yes, we have a bee. Draconic bee. I have been waiting here for a while and, well, there has been some developments. First off, we have 15 stellarite bees. All of them are full. I started today with 14 eternal stella and now we have 24. And I literally got all of them at the same time, so I'm assuming that high productivity has an impact. The thing is, it's incredibly rare. And trust me, it has been a few hours. Maybe I should get some high productivity genes. I'm not sure. It all depends if I can cheat the system. So, here is a vindicator. He's stuck. He's not. I want to see if we can trap the bees automatically. No, they're fast. I'm not really sure if this is the best solution or not, but basically what I'm doing is that there is a bee. Oh yeah, let me capture him. Yes, so basically what I'm doing is that I do have a soul gem with a vindicator. He hits me and I pick him up. In this way, the kamikaze bees don't really attack him and die, and it's just a matter of collecting them. It's a bit of a tedious process. Also, capturing them should be a lot easier if we do it in like a cube, I think. He attacks. We wait for the bee. No? There's a chance of summoning the bee, is the problem. Yes. We have a bee. Okay, it's easier to capture them at least. I'll be right back. I need a lot. Well, this does take ages, but I think it's paying off. 2 of them are now 100%. I'm not really gonna upgrade all the bees because I don't think there's any point in that, but we will upgrade a few. I mean, there is a point in that, it's just a lot of grind. And besides, the thing is, I just got 10 more Eternal Stella. So yeah, we're very close. Well, not all of them are very high, but we have 10 of them which are very high, so that's good enough for me. I think that is something that should be finished by today, but for the moment we have something to do. So this is the pyramid where you would find piglitches, and I'm actually looking for a piglich. Oh, you can't fly here. Why? That is a piglich. You come with me. I try to find more. Well, something happened. Well, I'm trying to kill every single hostile mob inside the pyramid, and well, I got a loot piñata and a piglich. And look at the crazy amount of spawners. I just wanted to show you that. I avoided some of them. There is a thing that mobs don't really despawn, so I don't really want to live here with all these mobs. Can we go with TNT? That was a lot of TNT and it didn't even damage the pyramid. Okay, now we know. A bit of a fun fact, I have killed most of the mobs nearby and you might notice that there are tons of piglitches, you know, like literally everywhere. So I thought maybe this thing works like a pillager tower and, well, if there are no other mobs, these guys are going to spawn like crazy. So yeah, we're removing some of the terrain. I mean, at this very moment with my sword, it does take like 50 hits to kill them. Unless you get lucky and get Vorpal every single time. But if we get the Morgan with like 1,000,000 damage, we can just farm them. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, that takes a lot of hits. Let's remove everything. Then I'll see. The main thing is that I want to be able to remove the spawners. And I can't find all of them. But yeah, look. 4 piglitches. One over there too. Also, instead of a stupid trash, what you should be able to do is that you would be able to use a void cart. I don't really know why I'm using a trash. Well, do you see the number of piglitches? They do spawn up there and they just fall down. Yeah, like that one. Well, the reason that I came here is that I wanted some piglitches to put inside the jar so that we can get piglich hearts because we need a special alloy, correct? It is called the unobtainium oldemodium alloy block and I think we need like 256 of them. The part with the nuggets is fine. The part where it is not fine is the piglich heart. So I just wanted to boost production. Anyways, that is our plan for next episode. Let's go home. Because for today, before we wrap up, there are a few things that I want to do. One of them was the Shard of the Oblivion. We needed 18 more and I have already set the patterns. We needed only 72 Eternal Stella. Oh my goodness, I didn't need the bees. We have all 18 of them. And the final thing is 18 creative essence. We are summoning 1 meteor for inferium every minute, and we have 328 blocks of insanium. How do you make creative essence? Gemstone. But let's get 40. And 40 was nowhere near enough. We need half a stack more and 576 insanium. That is 32 more blocks. With applied energistics, you're not going to have this problem, but the master infusion crystal is not recognized by refined storage. Like this, it's fine, but you can't order it. So, 18 creative essence. Also, why the hell did you need the insanium? Oh, that was for the gemstone. It's okay. We convert it back into blocks. Also, if that is the case, can I have like my 18 supremium furnaces as well? Yeah. Cool. For the extra 18 all the mod stars that we are going to need, we have almost everything that you see over here, except these 4 items. 2 of them, like the improbable probability device and the Nexium emitter, are going to require antimatter, so that's 1 point. But I think for today I can also make the 18 pulsating black holes. Well, let's get more fissile fuel, you know. We need a bigger buffer. And I'll go and try to work on the improbable probability device. And by the improbable probability device, I just meant the pulsating black hole. I'm sorry. We have almost everything that you see over here except 2 things. One of them is the fire upgrade orb, which I'm assuming Papa Felix and the team have been busy. Yeah, we have fire runes. And we even have 7 fire upgrade runes. Okay, give me like 11 more. Thank you. And the other thing which was stopping us was the chunk destroyer, because we didn't have enough cactus. One of the things that I have done in between the episodes is that I have switched some of our phytogenic insulators that we were using in order to make essence for crafting with cactus. So we have 28,131. I can't do this manually. Can we hook you up to some sort of a system? You know, so that at least I would be able to export the cactus and glass, because we need like a lot. Do you export? Yes. Then this is going to be easy. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how easier this is. We needed to do all of this for the pumps, and I can just craft it. I don't really want to use the elite exporters because I'm scared it's gonna dump everything inside and something's gonna crash. I have 7 chunk destroyers, that means I need 11 more. I have 12 pumps, so I need a total of 22. Yep. We're done with this part. I have the markers, we have the quarry, we have the pump. So honestly, we don't need the rest. We can just import them back. You don't import? Could be a few thousand. Oh yeah, it's 9,000. Okay, we empty it manually. It's dangerous. So we need 18 chunk destroyers and I think we will have it. Lovely. We don't need you. We already have the rest of the ingredients. I'll craft a pulsating black hole. I just need to reactivate the air pressure, I think. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Everything works, it's just that some of the items don't really stack. That is going to be the final badge. We will have all 18. And it's almost done. Yeah. The philosopher fuel we're going to finish next episode. That's not going to be a problem because the only things that we're missing is the miniature twilight forest, the rejuvenated flesh, and the awakened supremium furnace. Because I'm assuming we have enough insanium to make the coal? Yeah, we do. Lovely. Then depending on my mood on how much I want to be AFK, I think in 2 episodes we should have 2 blocks of Aldemodium star. And yeah, I still haven't fixed the fissile fuel. Anyways, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.